In this training video, I'm going to teach you how to run comparable sales in REI Pro. So you're going to find this under step 4 of any property that you have saved to the system. Let me scroll down just a little bit so we explain everything that's going on here. First and foremost, you're going to at the top, you're going to have filter comps. You're going to be able to email this report, view, and print it. So once we've gone through, selected our comps to determine what our after repaired value is, you have that capability. Now, just looking at the map, you can go full screen with this. We can turn satellites on and off. You also have the opportunity to show school boundary lines as well as what neighborhoods are on here. You also have a draw tool where you can actually draw and select those comps that you want. You can zoom in, zoom out, plus you can even do a street view by dragging the guy right on the map. So if I were to zoom in here as an example, I can now take my guy and throw him on here and actually check out the neighborhood. What kind of homes, what kind of neighborhood does this look like? Do I see a lot of trash? What do I see here? Okay, so now underneath, we're going to start selecting comps. Now, I've already pre-selected a few comps, but I want to explain this in a little more depth. The very first thing that I look at is the subject property. Okay, so I'm not really cared about the sold price, date, and all that, but how many bedrooms, baths, when was it built, what was the square footage, lot size, all that good stuff. The most important number is the square footage. So our subject property is 1,292 square feet. My goal in real estate is try to find similar square foot properties. Okay, so if I look at the first property down, if I don't look at anything else, I see 1230. So that's fairly close to this same square footage. If I keep scrolling, I can almost eliminate several properties just based on this one column here of square footage. So that's kind of the first number that I want to look at. The second numbers I want to look at are the year built and bedrooms and baths, right? So a 2-bedroom, 1-bath is not comparable to a 4-bedroom, 3-bath as an example. I'm also looking at distance from the subject property. So, a lot of times if you start moving this map around, and let's just go to kind of a different view here, and I may jump out of a neighborhood to get a comp, but is that neighborhood compared or is it similar to this particular neighborhood? I see a lot of times where people will start just picking this house in a different neighborhood, but the prices are going to, really deter the values here. So we want to make sure that the neighborhoods are very similar at the same time. Now, if I look at these comps here, you're going to see the letter, right? So the very first thing is the letter. You're going to see the letter on the map. Then you're going to see the address. You're also going to have this little clickable icon, which is a go-to icon. This is going to open this particular property that is sold up in Google. One thing that I like to do is look for any pictures. I like to use pictures because I want to understand what the condition of the property was in when it sold. So if it was distressed situation and there's broken windows and it needs a lot of updating, that's not going to be a good comparable sale. Generally speaking, we want to take properties not only that are comparable, but are in tip-top shape. I want to know what the after repaired value is, right? So that means after it's all fixed up, ready to go in tip-top shape. So I like to look at pictures when I'm evaluating this. So as I'm going through each one of these properties, I'm looking at square footage, I'm looking at similar baths, bedrooms, I'm looking at year, I'm looking at distance, and now I'm looking at pictures online to really help me determine, is this a good comparable sale to use? Underneath that, you'll see some have MLS and some are left blank. So not only do we have the MLS sold data in all 50 states, there are properties that don't necessarily sell through the MLS, and that's where it would be blank. If I want to filter this list, I'll scroll back up here and click Filter Comps. Now, you have a lot of different options here from property type. You can search for bedrooms and baths. You can go into the square feet. This will kind of help narrow down that list so you're not looking at a ton of properties here. So as you keep going down here, you also can display just MLS sold properties or just county record sold properties. Okay, you do have the ability to save filters here as well, but I'm going to go ahead and just apply just even that basic filter. And of course you want to do that a little bit more just to get it a little bit closer, and that way you're not seeing tons of properties out here. I now have taken all of this data, I've filtered it down, I have selected the most comparable properties that have, keep in mind, have sold. You can ask for $1 million for a house, but it doesn't mean it's going to sell for $1 million. My after repaired value now has come out to 337,000. That number is important because we're going to carry that after repaired value over into our offers side. So I would encourage you to definitely check out our offers side in another training video, which we will go through. You'll see the cash offer, lease option offer, seller finance offer, as well as a pre-foreclosure offer. But like I said, you can email this comp report, you can download the comp report, print it out, whatever you want to do with it, you're going to have that information there. You'll see all the comps that I've also selected here. Now, I have the ability to remove a comp if I choose to. Again, that's going to affect your ARV. Hope this training video helped and look forward to seeing you on another one.